2,
1.
1.
Happy
Penis.
New Year!
Oh, Happy New Year.
It's whatever. It's close enough.
Well, Happy New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Michael and I just saw two guys arguing in a parking lot before recording this episode.
It was epic. It
They're
makes
mad.
me want to have more arguments in parking lots.
And Michael witnessed me yelling at a lady to not run into us with her car.
And she followed us into the pizza shop and
And
stood
stood
way
behind us
too
in
close. She's like, I'm invading your personal space. Yeah.
Well, she was invading ours not only through her car, but also through standing right behind us in line. Way too close.
Just breathing down your neck.
Totally violating my personal bubble.
Are you going to get pepperoni on that pizza?
Exactly. Good Lord. Well, we're up to now episode Cinco, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
de Mayo.
So I'm very excited about what I have to talk about today. Mine
So
has to
am
do
I.
with film.
Good.
Did I say like?
I don't know.
Mike, I wrote a song that says stop saying like, and Michael
You wrote a
just hold it
song,
up.
you wrote a sign.
A sign. And Mike every time is just going to hold it up whenever I say like
Just
too
going
much.
to randomly throw it up, even when you don't say like.
Okay. That's just going to
Like
throw
a few
me
minutes
off.
ago.
Yes.
I want you to get like confused and like, how many times?
Well, hopefully I won't say like after this one I just said. I won't say it again the rest of the episode.
But like,
No, I won't. I won't do that.
but what if
We
you
made a-
like that,
I can say that. That's allowed. But
but not comparison like?
exactly.
I'm going to belch.
Don't belch in, Mike. Don't be that guy.
Okay. I just
Do
swallowed it.
Just do it. Oh, no, you did. You swallowed it?
I swallowed it.
Oh, gross.
You told me not to.
Oh, man. Is it my turn or yours to go first?
I think you went first last time.
Okay.
Mine, I'm
Did
going to
I?
have to. Did you? Yes. Cause
No, I went last because
Yeah,
it was the boogeyman. I went
yeah,
last.
that's right. You were the boogeyman.
In
So
your face, dude. In your face. I totally defeated you with science and logic. I didn't say like. Stop holding up the sign. Oh my God. I hate this. Okay. I might just rip that sign up. So my topic today will be about a famous pseudonym known as Alan Smithee.
Alan Smithee.
Yep. Never heard of him?
Nope.
Well, good. I'm going to teach you something today. You
Cool
better
beans.
learn some.
Learn me good.
I'm going to learn you real good.
Learn me like my daddy did.
Oh, and I'm thinking for this episode and going forwards, I'm going to actually, in the episode description, leave a timestamp for when my topic starts and when your topic starts. So if people want to just hear one, just they're in.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Cool.
What do you think?
I concur.
Are you sure about that?
I've never been more sure
He's
in my entire life.
Flicking me off right now.
No, I'm not.
Even. I'm just kidding. The theater of the mind. I could just say you're doing anything over there, and the people will believe me.
I mean, why would you say that?
Oh, well,
I
I
could
don't
say
know.
that you're slowly strip teasing to me right now.
Yes. Okay, well, let's just dive in, shall we, my friend?
All right, take the lead. You're doing Smithy
Wait, what are you
Jaeger
doing?
Wertherman Jensen.
Yes.
All right, and I'm going to be talking about the oh crap, I forgot how to say this word already.
Oh, please don't be Brazilian.
It's not Brazilian,
Portuguese.
it's Russian.
Okay.
Tungus.
I'm gonna spit out my drink.
The Tunguska Explosion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds. I've never heard of that. That'll be good.
Yes, it's pretty cray-cray in a
Okay.
good way.
In a good way. Great. So Alan Smithee, for those who don't know, it's an official pseudonym used by film directors who wish to disown a project.
Really?
You're like, F it. I hate you all. My name is now Alan Smithee. That's what they do.
They changed their name to out like
As like a sign of protest. You're like, you ruined my film. My name is now Alan Smithee. That's what they do.
interesting.
So yeah, it started in 1968, right as the rise of film was getting real hot and heavy. And it was used formally until 2000. So for a good chunk of time. You're not going to be... No, do not. Stop.
What?
You're opening up a foil thing on mic.
Hey, tell the story, dude.
Okay, I'm going to keep telling the story.
Quit distracting people.
Yeah, it was the sole pseudonym used by members of the Directors Guild of America, the DGA.
It's hot.
So when a director was really dissatisfied with the final product, and he was able to prove to the guild that he or she didn't have the right exercise, they couldn't exercise creative control over the film in a satisfactory way. And so like, why is my name even up there? I couldn't even do what I wanted to do.
My name might as well be Alan Smithee.
Yeah, the producer's telling me to do this, the editor's doing that, no one's listening to me. I hate you.
You think they would go with like a worse name, like General Twiggenberries?
Exactly.
Why Alan Smithee?
Well, that was the thing of the guild. They were like, we got to come up with a name that doesn't draw attention to itself. It sounds like a regular name, but it can't be a name that a lot of people have. So like, we'll do Alan, easy. Then like, we'll do Alan Smith, and then add a few E's at the end.
They had a couple of votes for Alan Floppy Donkey Dick.
No. Yes. We have one vote. Anyone else? No? Okay. I guess we're not going to keep that one.
All right. I guess we'll go with Alan Smithee.
Whatever. I hate you guys. But yeah, so the guild the guild is crazy. We should make a guild. The guild of
any gathering you call a guild always adds a good amount of cool points.
I do like that. Yeah, so the DGA, the rules, let's see. So before 1968, the DGA rules, they didn't permit directors to be credited under a pseudonym. So this was intended to prevent producers from forcing them upon directors, which would then inhibit the development of their resumes and stuff. So they were like, look, you got to have your name on these movies because it's important. Okay.
Have there been any Alan Smithies in our time?
Sure. I don't know. As in like real men named Alan Smithee?
No, I mean like as any director, like I mean obviously James Cameron's gonna slap his name on anything.
Yeah.
Oh. Shabbat shalom.
Mm-hmm. I'll spit my drink out again.
But no, seriously, like I don't think I've heard of anyone recently. The only time I've ever seen a fake name was I was looking up. There was an anime I was watching, and apparently this guy did not want his name connected to this anime at all. So his name was like John Twiggenberries.
Uh-huh.
And like for a second, I thought it was legit, and I was like, okay, it has to be a fake name then.
Of course.
But yeah, I've never seen an Alan Smithee, so this is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a internal speak for people who are in film. So like if you're in film, you know about it, but then most people who are outside of it have never heard of this. So when I heard about this through the YouTube video, I was like, oh, wow. This is amazing.
To be honest, if I was that guy that did Star Wars Episode 8, I would change it to Alan Smithee.
Uh-huh. That guy. What's his name? Oh, I should know.
He did Looper.
I liked Looper.
Looper was good. It wasn't Pooper, but...
Yeah, he... No, I don't even want to go into that movie.
Looper
Let's
was
not
actually...
even go there.
Looper was actually clever, though. Like, that's what was aggravating, because whenever it came time, all right, let's talk about time travel. No, we're not going to talk about time travel. It's just going to give you a headache. I was like, I loved that.
I actually totally agree with that, because that's the problem with every time travel movie ever, is the moment you start actually breaking it down and the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, directors... the DGA philosophy or whatever, Directors Guild of America, they were like, the director is the primary creative force behind movies. They should be credited to these movies. But then the first case with this movie called The Death of a Gunfighter, they were like, this guy named Richard Widmark, he was really unhappy with
Richard Woodmark.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The leading actor.
Okay.
All right. And he was mad at the director, Robert Totten.
Woodmark sounds like a porn name.
Widmark.
Oh, Widmark.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said Woodmark.
No, Wid. Yeah.
My bad.
Close call. And he arranged to have them replaced by Don Siegel. And Siegel later estimated that Totten, the original director, had spent like 25 days filming, while he only spent like 9 or 10 days. And so he was like, I didn't really, like, we used roughly the same amount of footage in the final edit, but I mean, I only recorded for a few days. This other guy did way more. I don't want to take the credit. You know, the second director's like, my name shouldn't be the director credited. And then the original guy was like, well, I don't want my name being credited. So they neither of them wanted their name on the final credit. And so that's when they just decided to like, all right, we'll just come up with a fake name that we'll just use here. And that's kind of like the origin of how this started.
What if they put like his first name and the other guy's last name together?
that might have worked.
Could have.
But yeah, like tricked people. People thought this was like this directorial debut of like, oh man, this guy's amazing.
Yeah. That Don Siegel, is he any relation to Jason Siegel?
Probably not. I don't know. No clue.
That would explain how Jason got his way into
Jason Bourne. The
Nope.
Bourne Identity.
Mm.
Yes.
Terrible.
I like that movie.
Except for the one where they replaced Jason Bourne with the guy from Hawkeye.
Oh my God, I hated that. Oh, that's when you know that thing's dead.
Does this guy look like Jason Bourne? No, not really.
It's almost the same thing as whenever they did the new actor for Home Alone. Remember they switched, like Macaulay Culkin wasn't the Home Alone kid anymore, and they're like, "Look, it's still Home Alone, guys. Come on, kids."
That
was
was
like,
really.
"No."
So there's a scene in that one that was like really weird, where the kid's like going to the bathroom, and the toilet seat closes on his junk.
Really?
Yeah, that was like the big thing. That's why he has to stay home. And I was like, that never happens in real
That's
life.
the reason? Ugh.
Yeah. Well, he has the chicken pox, and that happens.
If I was the director of that,
It's like, why did you throw that in? That doesn't need to be thrown in.
that should have been an Alan Smithee film right there.
That's an Alan Smithee film.
So yeah, they were like, all right, we'll just neither of you will have the name. We'll give it to Al Smith. But they were like, no, Al Smith is too common. We gotta do something different. We're gonna make it Smithee. So that was thought to be distinctive enough to avoid confusion with similar names, but without drawing attention to itself. It's just a way of keeping things under wraps. So critics were like, wow, this new director, New York Times is saying that, oh, it's a sharply directed film by Alan Smithee. He's a great ability for scanning faces and extracting sharp background details. And then even Roger Ebert, which is like a famous editor, or not editor, but a critic, he was like, this is amazing. I can't believe what I'm seeing with my eyes. I love you, Alan. It's not even a real person.
I'm trying to remember who that
Roger Ebert is one of the famous critics, and then his own jaw rotted out. Did you ever hear about him?
No.
Yeah, you should look at photos of him on Google. He had some weird condition where like his entire bottom jaw just rotted away, and he literally had no bottom jaw.
I'm literally
Just
about to
disgusting. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Dude, that's awful. How did he eat?
I don't even know. I think they had to use a tube.
Or a
Yeah, his last
blender?
few years were pretty bad. So yeah, I'm just bringing down the old mood here. So that's kind of the beginning of the old Smithee legend, as they
All right.
say.
Interesting.
And some people made up this fake urban legend, which people still claim to be true, that the particular spelling of it was chosen because it's an anagram of the phrase, the alias men. But that's just all fake news. Fake news. That's not true.
That's
It's just
Hillary,
a fake
right?
lie.
That was Hillary.
That was my Hillary impression.
It's great.
And then let me tell you how it ended.
Tell me how it ended.
Because there's a bunch of films, and I'll list out a few hot ones that were kind of popular. But this is how it ended. So in 2000, actually no, in 1998, over the years, the name and its purpose became more widely known. Some directors violated the embargo on discussing their name, on discussing the use of it. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be kind of an under wraps thing that no one talked about. You're
Like Kevin Spacey.
yes. Oh God. Jeez. But there was a 1998 film called an Alan Smithee film, Burn Hollywood Burn. So that was released, which is like way too meta of a joke where you're literally putting the name in the title.
I mean, at that point, you're just putting a hat on a hat.
Yeah, so like in the yeah. And in the movie, the film, a man is named Alan Smithee, and he wishes to disavow a film he directed, but he can't do it because that's the only pseudonym he can use. So it's like a funny, like, this seems like a stupid joke that would be like a short SNL bit that they try to make a movie out of.
Yeah.
So that movie tanked and did terrible. And even the director himself, even more meta of the joke, the director got himself credited as Alan Smithee as well.
Are you kidding
So
me?
it's like the Alan Smithee movie of Alan Smithee directed by Alan Smithee.
All right, Hollywood, we get the joke.
Yeah,
You're
so, like,
so intelligent.
That's when the DJ was like, maybe we should stop this.
Yeah.
Because the movie flopped. Get this. It grossed only $45,000. It got $45,000, but the budget, you want to guess what the budget was? So you make $45,000.
All right, I'm gonna guess $1 million.
No, $10 million.
Whoa!
$10 million budget, dude. Down the drain.
That's blowing my mind right now because
Talk about a bad
they wouldn't
bet.
even have. Yeah.
Ugh.
What did they spend $10 million on?
I don't even
without
know.
doing special effects.
I don't know. This movie doesn't sound like you need a lot of special effects either. Like,
This sounds like
10
they could
million?
be like a Napoleon Dynamite movie.
yeah, I don't know.
Like come in like way under budget. That way
Yeah.
you make a killing.
yeah, and then on Rotten Tomatoes, it's only got 88% rating.
Let's watch it.
So it did terrible. And so the horrible publicity around it drew unwanted mainstream attention to the pseudonym. So the DGA retired it.
So it's dead now. Have they?
Well, yeah, it's dead now, but then there's like some different ones that are out. Like there was a movie in 2000 called Supernova where the director wanted to be credited as Thomas Lee. So like that's like it's like the new Alan Smithee in a way.
Interesting.
Yes.
Guess they're going with the Asian
Yes.
Smith.
Hmm?
Like the Asian Smith, Lee.
I don't know what that means. Oh, what? That joke went right over my head. I feel bad now.
I feel smart.
You are smart. So here's some other new pseudonyms used instead of Alan Smithee. There's Samo Brown.
Okay.
Okay, that was in City Heat, 1984. Someone else the person who directed Showgirls wanted to go as Jan Jensen.
Jan Jensen?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a guy?
No, it was directed by, Paul Verhoeven.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Anyways.
It's not a very good
I
movie.
thought I'd go down.
That's like really weird because it's like that's a very well-known movie. But I remember watching it and being like, this is like
Showgirls.
it's terrible. Have you seen it?
No.
There's like some super brutal rape scenes.
It says the edited R-rated version of the Showgirls that was prepared for release at Blockbuster was supervised and authorized by Verhoeven, and this version carries his name still. Okay.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, it's rated NC-17.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really? Showgirls? I thought that was like okay.
It's rated NC-17 because it's just nude the whole time. They're just like nude dancers.
Oh, yeah. They're like just naked the whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much. And the only
Right.
other NC-17 movie was one that Johnny Knoxville did. There's
He
one,
did an NC-17 movie?
yeah, he did it. Came out in high school. It came in like very secretive. I don't know. You didn't see a lot of trailers for it. I just remember
No.
seeing it was like NC-17 and being like, all right. And it just looked like Johnny Knoxville, like somebody gave him some money. Hey, dude, do you want to make a movie? And he's like, you're going to regret this. That's seriously all it seemed like to me.
Well, what are you going to do when you're Johnny? Old Johnny K? Johnny Knoxville?
Is it?
Yeah.
Good for him. Way to rise above.
Yeah. And then so there's a couple other ones, Stephen Green and Declan Dale.
I like Declan Dale.
Declan Dale's kind of cool. That was used in Exposed in 2016.
Really rolls off the tongue.
Declan
Dale.
Declan Dale.
Declan Dale.
Yes. So, but yeah, there's other films. So like Alan Smithee was used in The Twilight Zone, the movie in 1983.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I thought you were going to say Twilight, the movie.
No. Ooh.
I wouldn't want my name attached to that.
No, sir.
No, thank you.
And then do you ever see Dune? The Dune movie in 1984 as well?
I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah, the TV edit. David Lynch directed it, and he was so angry. He was like, "My name's Alan Smithee. I hate this."
Wait.
And then,
Wait, so he didn't like the TV edit of it?
right, that's just for the TV edit. He's listed as Alan Smithee, but the regular Dune, he's credited. And then,
Well, TV edits can sometimes screw up a movie, and I found out that
yeah, for sure.
it's not only just they clean it up for TV, they also mess with the time, so they'll cut scenes out,
Yeah, they'll delete scenes
which is terrible. Because what
for
was it?
ads.
Me and Josh did a movie in high school, and our teacher was like, "Oh, we're gonna put it into the Sundance Film Festival." And we're like, "Seriously?" He's like,
Sundance?
"Yeah."
Holy crap!
Was it Sundance? No, South by Southwest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Way off.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say like, damn, Sundance. That's pretty.
No, but like it was
pretty
a video that we worked really hard on, and I remember like the final cut, we were like, "Yeah, this is great," and he goes, "Sorry guys, it's too long. It's got to be only this long."
You had to make the
And we had
duration.
to cut like crucial parts out to where by the time we were done, it's just like I don't even care anymore. And then you find out later, like we're going to enter into it, then we find out Tommy Lee Jones is entering. It's like, why are we even here? We're just a couple of dumb kids from high school.
Oh man, Tommy
Like, why
Lee.
did you build us up for this?
Tommy Lee Jones? Good lord, he's like a pro.
He is.
Did you see his short film?
No, I didn't even go. I wasn't gonna waste my time. Just have him be like, "What is this garbage?"
So y'all didn't even after you did the edit. You're like, we're not even gonna submit it.
He still entered it, but we didn't make it. They saw it and was like, "What is this bullshit?"
Oh, well, at least you tried.
They're like, hold on. We need toilet paper, so save it.
Oh, that's too bad, Dan. That's
Too bad, so
I feel
sad.
bad for you.
Yep.
Should.
That's why I got out of film.
Oh,
Got out of the corporate rat race.
yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know.
I was like, you know what?
Too many
The real money,
rules.
that's in slinging concrete. So
Yeah.
that's what I do now.
Woo! Nice. Well, also, let's see what else we got here. National Lampoon's senior trip in 1995
Seriously?
was Alan Smithee. Yes.
Yeah, that's when National Lampoon, that's when they were going down the hill.
Yeah, that's when they just throw the name on anything. Like, just put National Lampoon's on it. That'll
Yeah.
make people buy it.
Because what was it? The main guy that had started the magazine and everything, he was like hardcore drug addict and would just like disappear.
Oh, yeah. Did
Did you watch the documentary on that?
No, but I heard about that aspect.
It's like really good. There's
Is
one.
it a Vice documentary or what?
No, I don't think
It's just a regular documentary.
I think
by
it's just a
some
regular.
guy.
It was on Netflix for a while, and I watched it because it's really funny. They came out with one magazine, and on the cover it had a dog like looking terrified off to the side, and there was a gun up to the side of its head. It's like, if you don't buy this magazine, we'll kill this dog.
Good night.
But it was like hilarious because it's like all these newspaper articles and all these magazine people are like, "This is crap we want to put out, but we can't put this because
Oh,
we're Time Magazine."
all right.
And like they were selling. I mean, it's a comedy one.
It's true,
It's a
man.
comedy magazine. They
What
were
are you
able to
gonna
get
do?
away with it. It's hilarious. I was
That
like,
is
that's how
pretty
you
cool.
sell. Threaten to murder animals.
Mhm. That won't fly in 2018, or should I say 2019?
Ooh, well,
Oh my
we
God,
got a
dude!
few
The
more
new
hours.
year is
We got-
here.
we got a few more hours. Settle down.
Okay, true. Then Heat in 1995, but the TV edit only was credited Alan Smithee as well.
Are you kidding me?
Heat. I tried to watch it on Netflix and only made it like 20 minutes in.
It's terrible.
I thought it would be good, but it wasn't.
Yep. I bought it for my mom.
Yeah.
Not good for a Southern Baptist
No.
Christian.
For Christmas or
Yeah.
this Christmas? This
No,
year?
not this Christmas.
Oh.
Whenever it came out.
Okay, good. In
In
95. That's a long
fact-
time ago.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I was there for Christmas and it's still in the cellophane along with the Passion of Christ.
Wow.
Both of those. It's just not let's crack this bad boy open and give it a good watch.
Yeah. Also, the Mighty Ducks movie, the first Face Off in 1997, was credited to Alan Smithee.
Are you kidding? What?
Mhm.
That was the best one.
I don't remember the first Face Off. Is that just the first movie?
I
Like-
thought that was, yeah.
I don't get I thought Mighty Ducks the movie was the first movie. I don't get this, the first Face Off thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Nerds.
And then the Shrimp on the Bobby in 1990 was also.
Shrimp on the.
I never heard of that movie though.
I haven't
I just
either.
wanted to say it. I was like,
But-
that's a
But
funny
you
thing to
hate
say.
the Australian accent.
I do hate Australian accents, but
It's like super almost racist.
I don't know. It's just kind of like not liking a singer, like a band you won't listen to because their singer is annoying.
Only this is a whole group of people.
This is an entire country of and continent, which we found out.
Country/continent, yeah.
Which I, for some reason, didn't think Australia was a continent, even though it's just a ginormous, like, obviously.
Your
a
voice
continent.
is so annoying to me that I do not acknowledge you.
I am shunning this continent. Let's see. So, let's see what else. Not only has it been used in movies, okay, this is permeated into video games, music videos, TV, and even comic books. Did you know that? Bet you didn't.
I wish they would use it on the new Black Label Batman, where you get full frontal Bruce Wayne. That's right.
What?
You see the bat pole.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's terrible. It was their idea. It's like, nobody's asking for this. Stop putting this out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what, you like seeing girls in sexy outfits? Well, how about Batman? It's like,
Oh no.
he's circumcised.
No. Oh, God. Jeez. So speaking of being blinded, Daredevil, the comics, I don't know if it's, what do you call it? Number? Is it just comic book number?
What do you mean?
Because it's like a series of comics.
Yeah, it's comic.
Comic number 388.
Yeah.
That's wrong. This can't be right.
Why?
I wrote this in wrong. Either way, there was a few comics where the writer, D.G. Chichester, he learned he was going to get fired. So in his last 5 issues, he had to write. He just put his name as Alan Smithee in the credits of the comic as the writer.
Because he just wasn't happy. He wasn't happy he's getting
He
fired.
was like, F you guys. My name's Alan Smithee now. F
Well,
all you. I hate you.
Well, how is that going to get back at...
I don't know. I guess if he doesn't want to, he probably didn't try very hard and just was like, nah.
There
I
you
don't
go.
want people acknowledging these as my
You know
things
what?
anyway. So
If he would have pulled a Stan Lee, he could have been amazing. Stan Lee thought he was going to get fired. That's when he came up with the idea for the Fantastic Four. His wife said, you're going to get fired anyways. Just come up with something that you would like to do.
wow,
And that's when he came up with the Fantastic Four.
what a smart guy.
Yep.
Ripping pepperonis.
Too soon.
Sorry. The TV show, the MacGyver pilot was also Alan Smithee credit, which I thought was cool. Just in TV as well.
What? I don't know.
I have nothing. How about this? Music videos. Destiny's Child, Lose My Breath was, I guess when you direct a music video, that's like just as big a deal as making a film,
Of course it
a
is.
2-hour film.
Well, back then, yeah, not anymore. Music television is gone.
Yeah, do people still watch music videos? Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
they
YouTube.
do. But yeah, it's YouTube now, but
Yeah,
MTV's all reality
true.
and SpongeBob.
What about this? Reunited by Wu-Tang Clan in 1998. Also Alan Smithee.
Really?
And then Metallica in 2004. Some Kind of Monster was an Alan Smithee credit too.
Well, that's Metallica. They're anti-establishment.
That's true. So that is all of the Alan Smithee interesting, weird content that I have to
What if you
provide
named your band Alan Smithee? Alan and the Smithies.
Alan and the Smithies would be cool. I would actually like that name. I
Let's start a
had an
band.
idea for a band called the Rubber Band. When I was like a few years ago, and I was like, "That'd be a
Hate
cool
it.
band name." And
The
like you
Rubber
start off
Band.
with just a rubber band, like that'd be bad though.
But what kind of music would y'all do? Death metal?
Probably folk.
Hmm.
Because you have some guy in the back just with like a giant rubber band thing.
And then it cuts into a washboard?
Because I think rubber band would actually kind of sound good with a banjo. A banjo.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm sick. My voice is bad.
I'm sick too. Allergies.
Wah, wah.
Yep. Sorry,
Anyways.
everyone.
So that's all I have to tell you. Next time you see an Alan Smithee credit, at me, like, and subscribe. And comment down below in the comment section.
Be sure to smash that like button.
Yeah.
God, hate that.
So there you go.
All right, Alan Smithee learned something new.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold on to that forever. I'm gonna
Sure.
be looking for that now. Now I
Yeah.
kind of want to watch the Alan Smithee movies to see if it's like, are they doing this because they're bad or are they anti-establishment?
Oh.
All right, now come with me. We're gonna go to Russia. What's going on in Russia? Well, June 30th, 1908, in Tunguska Siberian forest. There was an explosion like no other, an explosion larger than one the planet had ever seen. It was equivalent to 1,000 Hiroshimas.
Oh, shoot. That'll make global warming become real.
Here's the thing. Nobody went to go investigate what it was for 20 years. Because it's in the middle of the Siberian wilderness where it is very treacherous, very difficult to get to. The temperatures range from 0 below to 35 degrees Celsius, which is about 95 degrees.
Okay.
So in the summertime, it's hot as balls. In the wintertime,
It's colder than the witch's tit.
a penguin's kafluffin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Kerfuffin.
That was terrible.
That's fine.
I hate myself.
No, continue. Siberia.
The explosion was so bad that like people were freaking out. They thought it was the end of time. When in 1 hour, 770 square miles were destroyed.
777?
770 square miles.
Kind of wish it was 777.
Nope. Lucky number 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. So I'm sorry. Your day's ruined, I guess.
Yeah.
The shock wave was so intense that seismographs all over the world were picking it up, but nobody knew where it was coming from.
That is spooky.
Don't know where it came from. It wasn't until 20 years that a Soviet scientist discovered the actual true scale of everything. You know, that's whenever he got some camcorders and they went out there and decided what the hell happened out here.
Mm-hmm.
You can look up the footage and seriously, all the trees are laying flat on the ground. The bark is ripped clean off of them. And there are a few trees that are standing, but the limbs are off and they're just like straight up toothpicks.
Jeez. Sounds like a bad time to be in Russia.
Everybody was saying, it must have been a meteorite. But where's the crater?
Yeah, there'd be a crater, right?
There's no crater. They couldn't find any crater. Another group was like, well, maybe it was an alien spaceship that crashed. Well, where's the crater?
Uh-huh.
Can't find anything. So finally, a study was led by, oh, good God, these damn names.
Ivan the Terrible.
Leonid Kulik.
Okay.
I think I did go with that one. He's a meteorologist. His work is the basis for everything that is based off of any research going on today in that area.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
He went out there and he studied for 20 years trying to find a crater for 20 years.
Good Lord.
So this happened in 1908. He went out there in 1928. And then in 1948, he
was like, I'm done.
His research was cut short because Germany invaded Russia.
Oh, yeah.
He joined the Red Army and died a year later.
Oh,
he was never
Of course he died. Everyone that joined the Red Army died, basically.
He died in a German camp. He was never able to finish his research.
Dang, dude. Good Lord.
Yep.
Wow.
While he was doing his research, he narrowed his search down to a series of lakes, and he's like, all right, I think I found the meteorite. Then he drained the lakes. This is before they had pumps and everything.
He drained the lakes?
He drained the lakes.
Okay.
And he's like, all right, cool. Well, we're going to find something. He looked at the bottom, and he's like, at the bottom of the lakes, he did not find any meteorites. Instead, he found roots. But it's like, where did these roots come from? They had been alive. These are living roots that are alive. Where do these come from? There can't be any meteorites. If a meteorite had hit there and made this, there would be nothing here.
Right. Like the Roots, the band.
Yeah. So, couldn't find anything. He died. Nothing was ever figured out after that. Another theory is that the Ivink, which is a nomadic tribe of reindeer herders, believed that a shaman begged Ogdi, their thunder god, to destroy an enemy tribe. Furious at being misused, Ogdi sent iron birds against Ivink, shooting lightning bolts and splitting the earth.
That is crazy.
That is craziness. But then from this, another theory came. What if those lightning bolts were not from
lightning birds?
Yeah, iron birds shooting lightning bolts. Shut up. What if the lightning came from somewhere else? Let's take a look over to my good old friend, Mr. Nikola Tesla.
I was just about to say Nikola Tesla.
Oh my god!
Dude, Red Alert. Red Alert, the video game.
We synced up. We did like that Avatar mind thing. Our ponytails touched.
Dude, Tesla coils.
Ooh, but you don't have any hair.
Oh, awkward.
Anyway, so they believe that...
Nikola Tesla.
No, it's Ricola.
Nikola. Tesla.
Destroyed. Okay. So Tesla was doing an experiment at the time. He built a giant transmitter in New York, and he was going to demonstrate the power of his
friendship.
lightning beam. Yep.
Oh,
Well, the lightning beams from him and another friend were gonna touch in midair.
tips. Wow,
They're gonna
dude.
dock in midair.
They would midair dock.
Yep.
That is impressive.
But
That's
his
like,
calculations were off, and it hit Tunguska
Oh man.
and blew everything up. That was another one.
When science goes wrong.
Yep. Then after World War II, they were like, you know what? After they saw what the atom bomb did, they're like, I bet it was an atom bomb. So they started checking the whole area for radioactivity.
Okay.
No radioactivity.
Oh
Then-
right, yeah. You'd easily be able to tell that with a little Geiger counter.
There you go. Russia's all up. Or is that no Russia? Where did the
Chernobyl.
nuclear Chernobyl?
You're thinking of Chernobyl. Yeah, Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl.
Cherfluffen. Fingernoveland.
So they were out there with Geiger counters and very large magnets. They were looking for radioactivity and antimatter.
They're just looking for antimatter?
Yep.
How do you look for antimatter?
They have antimatter detectors.
Just put some sunglasses on. I don't see anything. Where'd it go?
No, they have matter detectors, and matter is pulled to antimatter. It's like a magnet effect.
Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Get it? Oh my god.
You dog.
That's so.
You scruffy little nerf herder.
That's a good 5th grade joke.
Yep. Disapproved. Anyways, they went out there looking for that. They also had these huge magnets they would drag across the ground. They were trying to find bits of extraterrestrial metal from an alien
Whoa.
spaceship. Of course, they didn't find anything. Another theory is the time-traveling A-bomb. A theory that a plane back in the 1940s was flying across and flew into a time vortex and was teleported back in time, and an A-bomb was dropped right there.
That is quite the theory.
Yep. But that wasn't true either. That can't be proven.
That's like that happened in a movie too.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko, he's like the idea in the movie is that like a plane goes through a wormhole.
I thought Donnie
crashes
Darko was
into his
just about
house.
a dark rabbit that followed him around.
Yeah, well, it's part of it. But the other part is that like his house gets destroyed by a weird wormhole. Like a plane gets caught in it or something.
A plane gets caught in his house in a wormhole?
Yeah, like he dies because
The bunny
a
pulled
plane
a
crash.
wormhole
It's
out of
so
his
weird. I don't
butthole.
remember, but there's something happened where like the plane engine hit their house and killed them.
Oh,
So
I kind
that's
of wanted to see
good.
that movie, but now I don't.
Yeah, well, it's kind of dark.
Donnie Darko!
Mhm. All you people with
Shit.
familiar faces. That's what that.
Places. I thought that was from Years of War.
Well, in both.
In 1947, a meteorite did strike Siberia, and they were able to find all the evidence there. They're like, all right, well, how come we still don't know what
Yeah, we
happened?
could use this as some
Yeah.
sort of stepping stone.
Didn't work at all. They were
Nope.
just like, all right, well, there's a meteor, there's the crater, bam, found the meteor, pulled it up. In 1991, the first Western scientist, Professor
Here we go. Can Michael say the name?
Giuseppe Longo.
Nice.
Giuseppe. Professor
Prosecco.
Giuseppe. Ah!
Prosecco.
Shut up.
Tomato.
Ah. Anyways, he believed that the meteorites, his theory was that the meteor or comet blew up in the atmosphere. And
Now that makes sense.
And that pieces of it were actually in the lakes. So then he teamed up with, I think it was a marine biologist and
The local corner store owner
yeah.
who just had a big thing for
He had
meteors.
no, he had whatchamacallits half off, and they were his favorite candy bar. So he
Oh,
brought him
yes. I'll give you a discount.
He brought him
Come
in.
here, comrade.
No, he's Italian. Come on, I want to watch
My
macari.
comrade. I gotta give you a bit of.
Put it watch macari in my mouth.
Put you on
It's like a mama's maracari. All right. So the other one, they ended up looking in the lakes. They could not find any any piece of meteorites, any piece of comets, nothing. Then another scientist came forward and said he believes that it was a volcano that caused it.
What?
So there are
Krakatoa.
Yes, I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to that. Just you wait. You're gonna shit yourself.
No, I won't.
You will.
I'm wearing my diaper, so we're good.
All right, good. Anyways, I'm gonna.
My New Year's
It's really
diaper.
funny that you brought that up because that is. It's here.
Wow, it's almost like I read
Anyways,
your mind.
So he believed that deep underground, there are a bunch of underground caverns and tunnels where pillars of magma were coming up to the surface, but they were actually being blocked by a
Hollow Earth.
large layer of basalts.
Bath salts.
No, not bath salts, basalts.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say bath salts. That'd be really
Yeah.
bad.
Earth's about to be tripping balls.
Everyone's about to be ripping people's faces off.
There you go,
for
zombie
currency.
style. Move over,
Your black
Bitcoin.
market. Face flesh.
Move over, Bitcoin. I got face flesh.
Yeah, I got
So stupid.
the hookups.
I love it. But anyways, over time it built up, and finally there was an explosion, but no magma came out. Instead, it was just gas causing a super gas storm, traveling faster than the speed of sound and reaching a height of over 200 kilometers into the atmosphere. And the static electricity ignited, causing an explosion with a mix of methane and oxygen.
That's a lot of gas.
Which that would explain where all the roots came from that were all at the bottom of the lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear you. What did you say? I'm just kidding.
All right. Now here's another crazy theory right here. Another crazy theory was the black hole had formed over Tunguska, slammed into it, and then through the earth, penetrating and coming out the other side, and then disappeared into space.
Hey, antimatter has a mind of its own. Okay, we don't never know. What's going on.
You never know. All right, now for the Krakatoa.
Wait. Did you know that? This is a fun fact. Russians,
SpongeBob.
the word for black hole, Russians call it, like we call a black hole, but Russians, their term for it is a frozen star. All right, continue.
God,
Back
Russia.
to Krakatoa. You just stared at me, so I was like, oh, sorry. It's a bad tangent. I thought you would like to hear that, but
Well,
I guess you just in your mind you're just thinking Nicola.
no, I'm not thinking that at all. I'm thinking, why would they say frozen star? That has nothing. Why not just like, I don't know. I thought they would go with something funny, like maybe they got drunk and they're like, oh, just call it butthole.
Oh.
Too much vodka.
Mm-hmm. Well, I heard that from Neil deGrasse Fed Tyson told me that. Said that on something. Grass-fed beef. Neil deGrasse said that. I think. I'm not really sure why they call it a frozen star, though.
I'm
Because
not
it's frozen
either.
in space.
Thank you, Neil deGrasse Fed Tyson. Only the best for my pigeons.
That's not. No, that's Mike Tyson. That's a totally different
Oh,
person. Good Lord.
All right, on the Krakatoa.
Krakatoa.
So another theory is that in 1883, Krakatoa erupted. Aliens from the Swan constellation saw the smoke and thought it was a pathetic attempt at contact and replied with a laser beam that hit tungsten. Sadly, it caused so much devastation that we had no idea what was going on.
That might be my favorite theory of all of them. That's so stupid. Pathetic
Okay.
humans trying to communicate to us.
So finally, we're down to what actually happened.
Bum, bum, bum.
Like they said, what actually happened was a meteor was coming in, about to collide with Earth, and exploded in the atmosphere. But it
Right.
was not actual physical meteorite material that caused the destruction. What it was coming down at such a large force.
Yeah.
And the reason why, and they even pulled it up, they made a 3D, I guess, rendering and showed it all happening. The trees that were directly below where it happened, those were the ones that stood straight up and just had their limbs ripped off.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And so
Of
they
course.
stood there, but then the rest of them all around them just were flattened down, laid flat.
Okay.
And that's which that actually coincides perfectly because for 3 nights after that happened, from Moscow to London, after the 30th of June, people could go out and read their newspapers at midnight because the dust cloud that was created from that was reflecting the
All the
sunlight
light
and bringing it back to the earth. So at midnight, it would look like it's still daylight outside.
Oh, that's so crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There you go. And that's what actually happened. And now you know the rest of the story.
Now you know. Remember that from Reading Rainbow?
No, I was actually doing that old guy that he used to be on the radio. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but he just goes, and now you know the rest of the story.
Who did that?
He was on a country radio station.
Is that Bill Nye?
No. That's that weird guy who thinks that ginger's...
Oh, yeah. We don't want to talk about him.
That's the guy who's just clamoring for attention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a scientist. No, you're not.
Busted.
Nerd.
Well, we done it again, boy. We done celebrated. I didn't say anything. I did not say like.
Just want to remind you.
Oh. Well, thank you all for taking your sweet, sweet time. Your sweet-ass time.
Thank you all for joining us. And I'm so sorry if my friend just kept saying like. He just doesn't know any like other words. Like,
yes.
You know?
Well, thank you. Oh, I have a request.
I like you.
If you like our show on Apple Podcasts or whatever on iTunes, give us a little like us, leave a review.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Come on, brothers and sisters, come together.
Subscribe and do all the good fun things.
Come together, subscribe and like us.
Woo! Peace out, Seacrest. From us to you, to all a good night, and enjoy 2019. May the wind be always at your back.
Brought to you by Alan Smithee.